Marcelo Rios. The little guy that's 21 out of Santiago, Chile, makes everything look so easy. Currently ranked number 9. Win or lose today, he will be number 7 on the ATP Tour rankings. Highest, not long ago, he was number 6. Phenomenal record on clay this year. Overall, he is 29-10. His clay court record, though, 17-3. And as you can see with his earnings and overall career numbers, he's made just about a third of his career earnings already this year. Alex Corretja, the 23-year-old from Barcelona, he is going to move, win or lose, from number 15. So it's been a very productive week once again for him, all the way up to number 10. And again, as we look at the 1997 record, even more impressive on clay, 21-4 on the dirt for Corretja. And just about 25% of his career earnings, not quite, but just about 25%, coming through early this 1997 tour season. So we are ready to go. Absolutely perfect weather. In fact, very warm. Shouldn't take players any time at all to get loose today. And Corretja is going to be serving to start this championship match.
Looking in to the sun, Joel.
Good point, because he had problems with that yesterday.
He did.
Not quite as windy as it was yesterday. Corretja, of course, trying to repeat what happened in Monaco. Everything looks so easy for Marcelo Rios. Who does he remind you of?
Well, he plays very relaxed in terms of how easy he hits the ball, like Sampras a little bit, but you know, he stands on the baseline, takes the ball very early, like John McEnroe used to play when he would play from the backcourt.
Couple early errors, a lefty like yourself, when we're talking about Marcelo Rios.
Yeah, and Corretja's key today is if he can keep the ball deep. If he hits the ball short, he's in big trouble. But if he gets good depth on the ball, Rios won't be able to step in and dictate.
Got on top of that one. Forehand winner for Rios, who he pounded it close to the baseline, drawing that error out of Corretja.
Yeah, his forehand is definitely his bigger shot. His backhand's probably a little more consistent, but his forehand is very dangerous.
In Monaco, Rios in straight sets at 4-3-3.
No!
Just long. 40-15.
And Corretja did mention that he'd like to get a little revenge today.
Overall, the two have met 5 times previously, and Rios with a 3-2 edge.
And all being on a clay court surface, I believe.
Every one of them. Well, for confidence purposes, after what happened in Monaco, Corretja needs a great start to the set. He's got to hold here. He's got a game point. 2 straight points for Marcelo Rios. Takes us to deuce.
Another unforced error on the forehand side of Corretja. Sometimes he tends to just flick that wrist and get a little too wristy on the forehand, Joel. He's really, those last 2 forehands, he really didn't go through the ball.
Very few unforced errors in the match yesterday on ESPN between Corretja and Goran Ivanisevic, and that was the characteristic for Corretja. He just didn't beat himself. 3 already so far today. Marcelo Rios. I was paying attention to the footwork of Rios. Boy, he gets around easily, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just glides around the court. He's got very light, quick feet. He doesn't move heavily at all, like a Boris Becker, shall we say. Very relaxed, very light on his feet.
Well, Corretja, very good at saving break points. In fact, he saved 70% of them throughout the tournament. But now it's going to be a second serve coming up for Corretja. Yesterday against Ivanisevic, but this is Rios and that big Goran who can take himself out of a match a little bit later. Rios up early by a break.
Time.
First service game characterized by unforced errors from both players, and Corretja dropping it as Rios comes up with the early break. And welcome back to the championship match of the Italian Open. Joel Myers with Tom Gullickson. So many forehand unforced errors for Corretja.
One thing I think, Joel, that Corretja will need to adjust to is Rios takes the ball so early. Yesterday, Ivanisevic is quite comfortable standing pretty far back behind the court, but the ball's coming back very quickly. Look at the court position here. Got the short forehand, rips it down the line. Pretty good approach, but he doesn't cover the line. When you've got your opponent running, you've got to cover that line. Give him the cross court.
Second serve at 15 all. Do it again. Little loose wrist.
Well, he really went against himself here. He makes a nice approach, and he should have just blocked it straight down the line. Instead, he tries to angle it cross court. Much easier volley that time down the line to the open court.
Break for Rios, 30-15.
At least Corretja is probably breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief today, at least on the serve. At least he can see the serve today.
Good point. Two straight for Marcelo Rios. Longest point of the match so far. And this only the second game. Almost looked like Corretja got caught out of position a little bit.
Yeah, that ball got up pretty high in his backhand. He normally would probably back up and let that ball drop a little bit, take it a little lower, but that time he got caught above his head.
That approach paid off. Corretja couldn't come up with a pass. And Rios takes the first two games of this first set. Sometimes the psychological warfare can work very early, and Corretja has to think, what do I have to do to break through against this guy? Because of the way he took care of me in Monaco in about 2 hours.
Well, yeah, the way he played against Ivanisevic yesterday, he was quite happy to keep the ball in play, let Goran self-destruct with unforced errors. Marcelo moves a lot better. He's not going to make the errors today, Joel. So Corretja really needs to step up and try to dictate the tempo, and he's not used to playing like that, really.
Through in the finals. They've been able to get to the finals, but only 2-9 in championship matches so far this year.
Here's Rios dictating with that forehand. Look at how early he takes this one inside out for the clean winner. But look at the court position. Corretja 10 feet behind the baseline. Rios inside the court.
And while we're talking about the Spaniards in championship matches, this is the fourth final of the year for Alex Corretja. 1-2 so far. And that one win came early on the clay court season in Estoril. 15 all. Didn't see any of that yesterday from Corretja.
Well, yesterday he was quite content just to hit a lot of rallying shots. Today he's trying to hit the ball a little harder and try to force the issue a little bit more. And I think that's why he's making some unforced errors here. Crowd really trying to get Corretja going.
They'd like to see 5 sets. Don't forget it's a 5-set final. Best of 5.
Setting up with that good cross-court forehand, working him wide, gets this short ball, measures it, and plays it to the open court.
Corretja had to have it. Didn't want to face a double break point. Rios has already capitalized on the only break opportunity thus far in the match. And the easy overhead, setting up a point for Corretja.
A terrific half volley deep to set up that overhead here. He's coming in a difficult low ball. Look at how he handles it. Just nice smooth scoop. Ends up with an easy overhead. Great half volley by Corretja from a defensive position.
A double fault to deuce.
Both players using the string savers, little plastic inserts that go on the intersection of the strings. They help save those strings a little bit. Because on the clay, the players will break a lot more strings, and they certainly don't want to break it on a big point.
Back-to-back double faults. Break opportunity now coming up once again for Marcelo Rios. First serve. Not exactly what Corretja wanted. He's only hit it at 50% when he gets the first serve in. Only 4 of 8.
Second serve points won. He's only won 29% of his second serve points so far.
Nice angle to that one.
Very smart serve there, Joel. He took a little pace off the first serve. He hit a hard kicker, which gives him much more margin for error. Look, he tosses over to his left. Look how high that ball goes over the net and kicks way off the sideline.
And when you're only 5'9", how far can your reach be? Great touch on the volley by Corretja. And now he's looking at his second game point.
And look at here, he follows in. He sees him out of position. Just beautiful angle volley. Just hits the outside of the ball. Rios moving well, gets the racket out in front. Can't quite get there.
Just skipping off the line. That's what Rios has been doing all week long. I thought he was going to actually try to hit behind the man.
Look at how he uses the court. He gets him all the way off the court on this forehand side. Look at this forehand, pulls it, hits the tape, and just disappears. Corretja's got no chance.
It's one of the reasons Rios has been so good, though. He is not predictable.
No, he can hit every shot in the book, and because he stands so close, he can get tremendous angles on the court.
The unforced error. That is the 5th for Rios compared to 11 already for Alex Corretja.
I think he played about 2 sets yesterday with a little bit more than 11 unforced errors.
Advantage Corretja.
Forehand cross court, gets him out of court. Look at this backhand, takes it early, gets underneath it, and just whips it cross court.
And up until that point, it had been Corretja's point. He really was on the offensive.
And Corretja already working hard, Joel. Every time he hits the ball, he's grunting, he's expending a lot of energy, and he's still not on the board yet.
It's only the 3rd game of the match. On a second serve now for Rios to look at. So we're back at deuce. Deuce number 4. Interesting angle he produced with that
kind of ran right into that volley. He took it right in his body. Very awkward position here. He goes for the down the line forehand, sneaks in. Look, he kind of runs straight into this volley. It's not your textbook volley. You juniors at home, don't look at that one.
Game point, Corretja.
Gets there, flips it cross court with a double hander.
Then that slide, how comfortable he is coming to a stop on clay.
Corretja's kind of wondering right now, what do I have to do to win a game from this guy?
Deuce number 5, 2-love in this opening set. Marcelo Rios up a break on the 23-year-old serving now, Alex Corretja.
He might turn 24, Joel, before this game is over.
First ace of the match for Alex Corretja. Rios just doesn't make any mistakes. And his power and pace belies his 140-pound frame. He really gets into it.
Watch how early he takes this ball. Look at him moving up at the ball. Great footwork here. Taking the ball early, way inside the court once again. Rios sees the ball early, and he gets really close to the bounce point, the actual point where the ball is bouncing.
Deuce number 6. Start playing in the mindset of Corretja. Everything he sends Rios' way is coming back.
Corretja just pounded his legs there. He looked a step slow on that last ball in the rally.
Let's remind everybody, the average time of Corretja's matches this week, 1 hour and 47 minutes. Average time for Rios, only 1 hour and 15. So one guy was on the court a lot longer than the other throughout the week. Corretja, and a must at that. Could not afford to go down 2 breaks.
Watch his early preparation here. He follows through right toward his target. Catches Rios a little off balance, looking for the cross court.
Winner number 6 for Alex Corretja compared to 12 unforced errors. And you're right, it took a couple of sets against Ivanisevic before he got close to that total.
Exactly. He's really been bothered by how early that Rios is taking the ball. He hasn't given himself time to recover after his own shot.
He's only won 3 points on 9-second serves. Advantage Corretja.
Got a little bit of a bad bounce, Rios did there, and just couldn't quite deal with that ball.
Corretja this afternoon looking for his 3rd ATP Tour title. Previous 2 coming on clay. Estoril this year, and Buenos Aires back in '94.
And don't forget that great match he played against Pete Sampras last year in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open. Lost 9-7 in the breaker in the 5th set. He won a lot of fans in the United States that day, Joel.
And he reminds us all that he's not just a clay court player.
Exactly.
It's a bad nightmare right now for Alex Corretja. He just can't close out this service game.
Rios is using the entire court. He's hitting the ball deep. He's hitting the ball with angle. He's taking the ball early. He's really working Corretja over here.
Deuce number 8. Trying to establish this as the longest game on the tour this year.
And this is really a battle of wills going on here. He needs this game desperately to stay in this first set.
The unforced error, and only the 6th coming from Marcelo Rios this time.
Well, he saw his opportunity to take that backhand early. Got up a little bit high on him.
So here we are, not through with game 3 of the championship match, and it's already 25 minutes old. Can't stand prosperity.
He had that opening down the line. That was the right shot to go for. He's just not used to flattening out the ball. He likes to play that high loop. When he plays that looping ball, Rios is taking it early.
Deuce number 9.
Maybe Corretja should maybe offer a no-ad situation to Rios here.
You're tough, partner.
Next point wins. Either way, really.
Does this take out of the server more so than the receiver?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's almost like the next game he's going to want to rest a little bit on Rios' serve. Corretja really needs to close this point right here to win this game.
I know these guys love the clay, but this is ridiculous.
I hope they both ate a lot of pasta for lunch today, because they're going to need it. Dip into those reserves.
Load up on those carbs. Yes. Celebrate. Standing out. Well, that's one way to take the crowd right out of it. 27 minutes into the match. We played 3 games. It is 2-1 Rios as the Chilean remains up a break. Welcome back once again to the championship match of the Italian Open. After a service game took just about 20 minutes for Alex Corretja, we've been promised from the Rios camp that he will try to do it in a lot shorter period of time. So Rios giving it his all to get that volley into play. But instead, the first point belonging to Corretja.
Watch this stretch there. He just couldn't control that ball. Great down the line backhand pass by Corretja.
Two straight points for Alex Corretja. The opportunity to get right back on serve. Figure it out. It looks like Corretja expended so much energy in that last service game that is he even going to be able to receive Rios' serve? Not only has he received it, he's taken the first 3 points, and now he's got a triple break opportunity.
Winning that game must have energized him, Joel.
It's exactly the way you and I would respond from it.
Exactly.
Back to Rios. Safe to say, Tom, because both players are not overpowering with their service game, that the depth of the return sets up automatically some long points.
Oh, definitely. You know, they still need good first serves to dictate the point on their serve, but you definitely get the feeling from both players that they're going to be in each other's service games.
And there is the break for Corretja. We've seen a little bit of everything over the first 4 games. Start the match, Corretja broken by Rios. Then Rios, after almost coming through with a break, a game that included 10 deuces, the second service game of the day for Corretja, could not get through. Corretja finally held, and go figure.
Well,
Corretja comes right back and breaks.
That was a tired game. He had 3 unforced errors in that game, and he really has been playing solid up until this point.
You talk about the unforced errors cropping up for Rios. They continue now for the 21-year-old from Chile. He's looking for his second ATP Tour title and a Mercedes Super 9 championship in only a 3-week span.
Yeah, and especially in a 5-set match, Joel, you want to establish your dominance early.
What's at stake today for the two players? $325,000 to the winner to go along with ranking points of 370. The loser today, $171,500. Corretja has his second ace of the match. He could really make a statement here in the service game because we talk so often about the hold after you've broken someone. Very warm afternoon, if you're wondering. Temperature in the mid to upper 80s. Humidity has continued to be up in Rome. 40-11. We'll also remind you, as you hear the murmurs in the background, the Italian tennis fans are phenomenal. They know the game very well, and they're also critics midway through points.
Yeah, they've seen 7 out of 8 point run here for Corretja after he won that long game at 2-love down. He's really played well.
Great first serve by Alex. Took it right away from Rios. So 2 straight for Corretja. We are back on serve. In fact, it's Alex Corretja, the 23-year-old from Barcelona, who has the edge. Soccer match getting ready to take place next door to Foro Italico. And we remind you, you can see plenty of soccer on the new pay-per-view shootouts. Major League Soccer ESPN pay-per-view shootout. It's only $69 for the entire season. You can get up to 90 extra soccer matches that you wouldn't otherwise see in your area. Don't forget to call your cable operator or DirecTV to subscribe. More Major League Soccer. Joel Myers, Tom Gullickson, back on Championship Sunday in Rome.
And Ken Rios stopped the slide here. He's lost 3 games in a row, from 2-love up to 3-2 down.
Down the line, 2-handed backhand. We saw him bounce right back. We were here for the Jim Courier match late one afternoon into the early evening hours. That was the first ace of the match for Marcelo Rios. If you didn't pick up on that final between Courier and Rios in the quarters, Courier dropped the opening set 6-3, came right back, took the second set 6-3, and then it was decided in a tiebreak.
Yeah, he showed a lot of resiliency that match. Not only did Courier play well, but I think the whole crowd was against him as well.
No!
Except for Coach Larry Stefanski, Indian Wells, California. Done a great job with Rios.
Saw Larry hitting with Marcelo a couple of hours before the match on Stadium Court earlier today.
CEO Mark Miles, ATP Tour in the background there.
Like that inside out action?
I love that inside out forehand. Here Corretja on his back foot, hitting that big looper. Watch him take the ball early here and whack inside out.
Just wide.
He missed that easy put away. Corretja had guessed the other way.
Trying to hold it love like Corretja just did, so he could come right back to Corretja and say, please don't get carried away with yourself. Another unforced error from Marcelo Rios, and that stat is almost identical now. In fact, Corretja has not had one over the last 2 games. 15 unforced errors for Corretja. He's been stuck on that for some time now. 14. It is ballooned for Marcelo Rios.
Here he is on the forehand, whips it down the line. Corretja on the full stretch, easy overhead for Rios.
So the hold for Marcelo Rios stops the bleeding momentarily. As you mentioned, It had been a 3-game slide in the direction of Alex Corretja. That stops, but still we are all even in this opening set of the championship match at 3-all. Now both players finally settled down. Let's see. Rios off balance.
And there Corretja doing some damage from inside the court. Off balance return. Watch how he steps in here, takes the ball early, flattens that out a little bit down the line.
After that one service game of 20 minutes, Corretja needs some easy points.
Exactly. It all starts with that good first serve, Joel. Look at this defensive shot by Rios here. Corretja whipping it to the backhand, going cross court, just finds the tape. Might have had a winning shot there, Joel, but he just couldn't get behind it with his feet.
2 straight points to start the service game for Alex Corretja. The line down the middle, Alex will take it. Ace number 3.
There's this motion here. Watch him go up for it. Almost paints the center service line. Good location by Corretja.
What a get by Corretja. After Rios sent it down that sideline, Corretja holds for the 2nd consecutive time at love. The momentum of this match has certainly shifted into the direction of the young man from Barcelona. The match started with Marcelo Rios breaking Alex Corretja's serve, but Corretja came right back in game 4, and we remain on serve now as Corretja has the slide edge at 4-3 with Rios getting ready to serve once again as we update you on what has developed in the Italian Open. It is the 4th clay court final. The young man from Barcelona, Alex Corretja, this year. Sampras, Chang, both bounced out here in the 1st round. Mooster, an early exit as well in the 2nd round. And Rios can't do much better than that. 12-1 in Mercedes Super 9 clay court events this year. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson. Alex Corretja certainly sees the momentum of this match now.
Yeah, that long game at 2-love where he finally held serve definitely energized him. He's played well ever since, Joel.
2nd serve. Just wide. While we were away, we were talking about the footwork of Marcelo Rios. Getting a little bit lazy, maybe?
Well, when you take the ball on the rise, you've got to have great footwork. And he got a little sloppy, wasn't moving quite as well. And that's difficult to do when you're trying to take the ball early. And that was the main reason I think the unforced errors really crept in.
What about that service game for Corretja where he did hold, but it took 20 minutes? Is it easy to lose your focus as well?
Absolutely. Might have been a little disappointed he didn't get that break there and played a loose game that next service game.
He would have been up 2 breaks at that point. And now the unforced errors continue for Marcelo Rios. That is 16 now for each player. One more winner for Corretja than Rios at 10-9. Rios complaining about something, some movement, or at least a distraction in the stands in the corner. That has been a weakness so far, that first serve. Before that, only 4 of 10 points on first serves won by Rios.
Well, he doesn't try to do too much with the first serve generally. He usually just tries to get it in play.
He has been solid with the second serve, Tom, though, taking 7 of 9 possible points. Rios doesn't take advantage of the game point opportunity. Still has another, though, at 40-30. Great angle. Get on top of that puck.
Goran Ivanisevic jump backhand there. Only a little better execution. Watch this, how he kind of jumps up in the air, gets that angle. And Corretja working hard, but to no avail.
Just to remind everybody, he's 5'9", so from time to time, it's going to pay off for him to get up there.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to jump to get up to those high balls.
Spectacular setting for Italico. Stadium court, and it's 4-all now.
No!
Well, he's having a little trouble sometimes trying to change when Corretja goes with his forehand cross court to the Rios backhand. Sometimes he's trying to change and go down the line. He's just catching it late.
Good first serve again. If you were taking on someone that size at 5'9", would you try some deep loopers, maybe to try to get him out of position?
You definitely like to play the ball up high, especially on the backhand side, because he doesn't really like to use that slice. So he likes to go with the two-hander, which is difficult up high.
What accuracy. Rios on the defensive, but still finds that one right on the line.
Here Rios plays another down the line, catches Corretja moving to the open court. Alex was looking for that cross-court backhand on that occasion.
30-15. Good call, partner. Went to the backhand, got a good big high hop out of it.
And as soon as he sees Rios take that two hands off the racket, he comes in because the slice is definitely not his shot. Great play, high on the backhand.
So now the pressure when we come back on Rios. Corretja's already done better in the first set here than he did 3 weeks ago in Monaco when Rios took the first set. 6-4. 5-4 right now. Corretja.
Un attimo di attenzione, per cortesia. Il proprietario della Ferrari gialla parcheggiata nel capitolo più vicino è cortesemente pregato di andarsene l'anticorso. Grazie.
Rios trying to keep the first set alive, serving at 4-5. Welcome back once again to Foro Italico. Gotta love the Western Conference Finals. Bitter rivalry, Detroit, Colorado, and it is now all even. How about those wings? 4-2 winners.
Those wings are rough.
So it's even at a game apiece now. Don't forget, Game 3. Look out, Octopi on its way in Detroit tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern. That's just outside of the sideline, just wide. Good call. Joel Myers and Tom Gullickson back in Rome. We had the making for what could be potentially a great final. Two guys who don't mind being out there. And after a rocky beginning, pretty even match right now. That's Rios' bread and butter shot, that two-fisted backhand, cutting a great angle cross court.
Yeah, and watch how he gets a little better footwork and he gets the ball a little bit sooner so it doesn't get up so high. He needs to take that ball right off the bounce.
What about depth? Corretja certainly got that.
Great depth on the cross court backhand. Corretja's more solid side. I don't think we need to play Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head today, do we, Joel?
It is a warm one. Trying to go to the same side.
Corretja 2 points from the set.
Does not want to give Corretja a look at a break, because Corretja, ever since it was a 3-all, has certainly had the momentum on his side. He tried to get into that backhand corner, but Rios, it wasn't deep enough, and Rios didn't even have to circle around it to keep it on his forehand side.
Anytime Rios can get that forehand, he can really dictate play.
Started off with a great angle on the serve.
All the way out of court. Look at Corretja playing the chip lob. Rios moving well to get around the backhand overhead, hitting the forehand smash.
Tiebreak kind of day. We're at 5-all in this opening set. That was the case yesterday for Corretja, winning in straight sets over Ivan Isavic in a couple of tiebreaks.
And of course, Rios winning that critical third set tiebreaker against American Jim Courier in the quarterfinals.
This crowd here at Stadium Court certainly hasn't been cheated. 53 minutes already into the match. Goes back to what's doing well for him, and that's the cross-court backhand.
And once again, he gets it on the short hop. Here, Corretja just barely getting this ball. Watch how early he takes this. Right back cross-court to the same spot.
12 winners now, compared to 20 unforced errors for Rios. Well-timed net approach.
Corretja taking a page out of Rios' book here. Look at how early he took that ball and catches Rios a little late in positioning for that backhand pass.
$15 all, 5 all in this first set. Well-orchestrated point by Corretja. He tried to keep him in that corner.
Rios had his shot. He just missed it. Corretja using the slice backhand there, and Rios couldn't get that ball up over the net and back down into the court.
30-15.
Go!
Tough break. Looked like it was ready to clip the line that just went wide. Takes us to 30 all. Longest match of the tournament, 2 hours 57 minutes. 3-setter between Mooster and Draper in round number 2.
Go!
Second serve. That's what Corretja excelled at in the tournament. He was first in the tournament at winning points on second serves.
And you can see why here. Watch this backhand cross court. Great preparation. Keeps that shoulder down. Gets a great angle on the cross court. Rios not happy with the passive return he hit off the second serve.
Game point, Corretja.
See if he does more with this second serve return.
Away from Rios. A critical hold at 30, though, for Corretja. We'll find out when we come back if Rios can do the same to force the tiebreak. We've got a Spaniard to the final once again this afternoon. That has been the order of business on the tour this year. And the Spaniards overall on the rise. Currently there are 12 in the top 100, the same number. We've talked about it over the last couple of days. Same number of Americans in the top 100.
And they've got a lot of guys in the top 20. I mean, Corretja is number 10 in the world, regardless of whether he wins or loses this match. They've got Mantilla and
don't forget about Moya.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Rios trying to force the tiebreak. It is 6-5 Corretja. This first set of first sets that's already taken 59 minutes.
And that was a tired backhand by Rios.
Had a real short reply and didn't do a thing with that backhand around the service line.
Here he goes cross court, clips the tape, gives Corretja a little extra time to set up. He likes to whip it down the line.
Corner to corner and deep. And Rios had to have it. Otherwise, a triple set point was coming up for Alex Corretja. Instead, 15-30.
No.
Boy, did he come through and clutch first serve too.
And Corretja just trying to block that ball back with a chip forehand return, blocking it long. It's nice to win those free points when you're down in score.
Corretja is going to get a look at the set point. Rios not putting away winners like we saw for the first 3 to 4 games of this set. Corretja 1 of 2 on his break opportunities. First set point. And he's got it. Marcelo Rios. Alex Corretja takes set number 1 here in Italy. 7-5.
And boy, was that a heavy cross-court topspin forehand. It's a tough shot for Rios to take that, change direction, hit it down the line.
We talked about it though. Go to the backhand of Rios, the topspin, so there's a high kick off of it. Make the little guy climb the ladder and get it. Otherwise, he's going to have to gamble and try to take it early, isn't he?
It'll be interesting to see how Rios responds here after really having pretty good control that first set early and then letting it slip away. Here we are. Plays a little half volley. Really is a sitting duck at the net here, but he gets us down the line, made a good move there and blocked it off the frame, cross court. But the important thing, he covered that line, Joel. Got over there.
Position of Corretja effectively hitting behind his opponent.
You're set up by a beautiful cross-court backhand, getting him all the way off the court. Plays the squash shot, coming in on the forehand, whips it down the line.
Some spring in that step, partner.
Yeah, that's a I just won the first set type of shot.
And I plan on holding it here, 15 all. First serve over on the lead.
Yeah, Corretja really picked up the pace of his shots and the depth. And that was certainly the key to his comeback there in that first set.
No.
Plus some help from Rios. Some loose airs now creeping into the Rios game.
Came in on that second serve, tried to get it in a hurry.
Corretja really covers a lot of court.
These two met, believe it or not, last year in Rome, but much earlier. It was the round of 64, and Rios won it in 3 sets. Needed a tiebreak in the first set. Corretja obviously has learned a lot since 3 weeks ago when he lost in straight sets in Monaco, their most recent meeting. And it is a convincing one to start the second set. The 23-year-old from Barcelona, Alex Corretja, he holds at 15, has the early advantage in the second set after taking the opening set 7-5.
Stand by, in 7, 6 to the score, and then bios 5, 4, 3.
The 21-year-old from Santiago, Chile, Marcelo Rios, down a set to Alex Corretja. Corretja took the opening set 7-5. Rios only 5'9", 140 pounds. Can't believe it, though, the way he hits the ball. His rank, whether he wins or not today, it is going to be number 7. Started the week at number 9, highest ever, number 6 on the tour. And what a record he's had on clay this year. You see the overall numbers, but on clay, Rios has been 17-3. And overall earnings this year, just about a third of his career earnings. The opposite side, 23-year-old Alex Corretja from Barcelona. Not a big guy either. Great court coverage, though, from the young man who's came into the tournament ranked number 15. Win or lose, though, what a great week it's been for Alex Corretja. He will be number 10, so a movement into the top 10, and the 10th Spaniard to ever accomplish that since the ranking started back in 1973. And overall 25-10, but a phenomenal clay court record as well at 21-4. Second game of the second set. Start just like the first game began with all Corretja. Powerful ground strokes.
His forehand down the line. He just goes for it. He knows he's a little out of position.
Another winner cross court this pass. And let's see if Rios rushes things a little bit now that he's becoming frustrated.
Look at this pass here. Rios coming in on the forehand approach. And Corretja says, here, here's the cross court. Last time I went down the line. This time I'll show you the flicker cross court.
No.
Just barely by a few inches long. Almost a great block by Corretja. If you joined us a little bit late to start the match, Rios broke Corretja. Had everything going his way. Almost went up 2 breaks in game 3. Game 3 took about 20 minutes, but Corretja held and then came back in game 4 to break Rios to get even. Took that opening set 7-5. We have not seen much of that from Alex Corretja, giving away easy points. 30 all.
Just a bad decision. He thought it was going wide, but he doesn't do enough with this forehand volley, allowing Corretja to make the good get. Here he's getting around, and he thought it was going wide. Just very bad decision there by Rios. He did have the easy put away, Joel, as you mentioned.
Ace kills out Rios. That is his second ace of the match. This is his first service game of the second set. So now Corretja 2 of 4 on break chances.
No.
And Rios playing very quick. His tempo. He's really rushing now.
That'll go long. Fortunately for Rios, he's been doing a great job on second serve. He's now won 10 of 14 points on second serves because Tom, his first serve has not been an ally overall, only winning 13 of 27 points.
Yeah, that's really a bizarre stat there. Normally, most players win way more on their first than on their second.
By Corretja. And Corretja does not capitalize on the opportunity. It is 1-all. He had to look at that break point, but Rios battles back with 3 consecutive points. So the little lefty hangs in there. It's 1-all. We've talked about Larry Stefanki hitting with Marcelo Rios. Talk a little bit, Tom, about what he lends to Marcelo Rios.
Well, I think, you know, anytime you have a young player like Rios, you need to establish some discipline, and Larry's very strict with Marcel. He works him very hard, and he really demands a lot of him. And Marcel is competing. The knock on Marcel early in his career was sometimes he didn't compete very well. He got very disappointed with himself, and Larry's really helped him become a much better competitor.
No!
It seems like an incredible relationship. Saw them earlier on the outer courts, earlier this week practicing together. Little games that really keeps them focused and competitive. And then we saw them again earlier this morning. We talked about the patience that Rios needs to display. He held. As soon as you slowed things down in that first service game, he finally held.
No!
Just a little bit long on the opposite side.
And he'll need all the patience and all the competitiveness he can muster to outlast Corretja here today after dropping the first set.
Corretja back with his old coach, Javier Duarte, who he was with from the age of 11 all the way to 18 until recently.
No!
What a beautiful
Great play, too. He snuck in when he saw Corretja giving up court. Sneaks in here. Watch his touch on that half volley. Unbelievable feel by Marcelo Rios.
super tough shot, isn't it?
Very difficult.
All of a sudden, 15-30. Super footwork.
And he anticipates well. Watch here, Corretja coming in the forehand. As soon as he opens that racket base, you see Marcelo getting a good start, flicking it cross court with the double hander.
A la Michael Jordan, tongue is out on his way to the net.
And Corretja would like that short ball back. He said, next time I'm just going for the big approach.
Double break point, Marcelo Rios. There it is. Rios didn't need the second opportunity. So the early break, just like the opening set, it doesn't belong to Corretja, as Corretja did take the opening set, but instead his opponent, Marcelo Rios, with the 2-1 lead in the second set.
Time.
The first break of the second set belongs to the 21-year-old from Chile, Marcelo Rios. And welcome back to Stadium Court, the Italian Open. Joel Marsland with Tom Gullickson. Yes, we are ready for tennis, believe me. Rios serving. Trying to take a 3-1 lead in the set.
And the last time he was at this juncture in the first set after he'd broken, played a loose game to lose his serve. There he's patching up the court, saying he got a bad bounce. But he needs to take good care of his service games after he breaks.
No!
It's the aggressive play of Rios now. Ready to follow up a deep ball.
That's a great cross-court backhand off that down-the-line chip of Corretja. Here Corretja goes over, slices down the line, plays defense down the line, so the cross court's open, and here it is. Boom. Cross court for the winner.
Second serve, 15 all. The unforced errors now at 29 and counting for Rios compared to 16 winners. Give you an idea, 22 unforced errors for Corretja, who took the opening set. And he's got 17 winners. Only 5 more unforced errors for Corretja than winners.
Well, Rios clearly not comfortable with that high bouncing ball.
Short stuff.
And great movement by Rios at that. Watch how he uses the whole court. Gets him out wide on the backhand side. Plays the defense with the chip. Whips that forehand down the line. Almost hit both sidelines with those last 2 shots.
First serve continues to be a problem, though, for Rios. Just stay in the point. But now, Corretja on the verge of breaking right back.
And here he stretches him beyond his limits. He just couldn't get around that ball. Corretja really using the court extremely well.
Second serve, break opportunity. Corretja 2 of 4 on his break chances. Just wide. So there is the break to get back even. Didn't take Alex Corretja long, did it? And the frustration of Marcelo Rios.
Well, he lost his patience there. He just went for a clean winner on the very first ball that he saw. Corretja got some good depth on the return. And Rios took a big risk there, and he was not rewarded.
Both men advancing today. Rios to number 7. Corretja all the way into the top 10.
And certainly both of these guys have to be viewed as big threats to win the French Open with the form they've displayed on the clay so far this spring.
Don't forget the winner takes home $325,000. The runner-up $171,500. Looking up at the sun like it bothered him once again at that end of the court. Double fault number 3 for Alex Corretja.
And serving with new balls, he should be able to get a little more zip on that first serve.
Set it up perfectly. Went in behind it, followed it right in.
And here we have a little down the middle high pass, not recommended. And here, every club player's dream right here, to bounce an overhead into the stadium.
15 off.
Not only would it mean they're playing actually in a stadium, just to bounce it over their fence at the club would be great.
It's wide. We talked about it earlier. Does not like the high ball, especially because it's tougher to get for him to get that two-fisted backhand up there. Instead, he died at topspin.
Exactly. Corretja gets as much spin on the ball as anybody.
You can tell they're behind Rios on stadium court. 30-15.
Another great backhand by Corretja forces Rios to go for a big shot. 40-15.
A little over anxious that game, Marcelo. Rios. Corretja doesn't mind. Made some nice shots, go home. 3-2 Corretja now after Alex took the opening set. Welcome back once again. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson. Just saw courtside, as usual, Bill Norris.
Yeah, Billy's been the trainer for the ATP Tour for a long time. He does a great job with the guys.
And of course, working with you with the Davis Cup team as well. And Todd Snyder is also working with the Davis Cup team.
Yeah, Todd is the Davis Cup trainer right now. Todd Schneider doing a great job for us. Bill was the Davis Cup trainer for years.
Easy point on serve in the second set after once again Rios had the early break. But Corretja came right back in the fourth game. Very similar to what we saw in the opening set. 2 economical points. So, and you made a point right before when we were going away. You said Rios might look a little bit tired. Second serve coming up.
And so, maybe a little disappointed too. He had plenty of chances to win that first set. And he was up a break here early in the second set, only to lose it right away.
Trying to do everything in a hurry right now, isn't he? Looking for early winners, and he can produce them. But the unforced errors are going to crop up as well, as we saw yesterday from Goran Ivanisevic. That got away from Corretja. It's rare when we've had a quick service game from either player. Now a game point. Couple if he needs it. Marcelo Rios. Great first serve. We have not seen many real strong first serves from Rios. That right down the center service line. So he does hold. And he needed an easy hold. He did at 15.
He certainly does.
We're at 3-all in the second set. Warm afternoon. Fortunately, the wind is kicked up because there's absolutely no cloud coverage in Rome today.
And this is a critical set for Rios, because if he gets down 2 sets to love, it'd be very difficult to win 3 sets in a row on the clay from Corretja.
Well long.
So he really needs his second set. And he's got to steady down a little bit. He's making a few too many unforced errors. But on the other end of the stick, Corretja is really moving him a lot more than he did early in the first set.
Does not like what he produced with that last shot.
It was so short it barely made it over the net. Here you see Rios from inside the service line hitting that backhand cross-court winner.
Tried to get that topspin on the backhand and just didn't do it. 15-all. 3-all as well in the second set.
Rios isn't happy with himself there. Had his favorite shot, the forehand, and just flew on him.
Almost twice as many unforced errors as winners now for Rios. 35 compared to 18 winners for the Chilean. 30-15.
That forehand from way off the court. Rios does well to stay in the point. Look at this athletic ability. Good leap, off balance, makes the winner. That just takes great racket control, Joel, to be able to control that ball when you're off balance like that.
Overpowering first serve, and a look from Alex Corretja making a statement to close out that service game. So back-to-back holds at 15 as we remain on serve. Corretja still at the edge of the second set.
Time.
Alex Corretja with a slight lead in the second set as we remain on serve. Joel Myers, Tom Gullickson back at the 5th stop of the Mercedes Super 9 Series. It's a draw of 64. $325,000 for the winner on Stadium Court today to go along with 370 points as well. Thomas Mooster, the 2-time defending champion, knocked out in the second round in 2 hours and 57 minutes. Great 3-setter against the Aussie Scott Draper. it early like you've been talking about.
And Corretja didn't quite get the depth he has been getting on that ball. As long as he keeps the ball deep, he's in good shape.
Not exactly what Rios had in mind, Tom.
It looked like almost an exhibition ball there, Joel. He really could have done a lot more. Here's the backhand pass, but look at this interesting attempt at a backhand volley. He just puts a tremendous amount of spin on it, and it really backfires on him.
15 all. Cross-court winner. Nothing Corretja can do about that. As Rios looks for his 6th career title.
Once again, a good first serve sets up a very defensive return that Rios jumps all over.
For the 5 previous titles for Rios have come on clay. Talked about the most recent, that rematch in Monaco between these two.
Oh, that was a tired shot by Rios. Wasn't happy with that attempt.
Rios has shown that he can do a lot more than just on clay, though, already this year in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open, losing to Michael Chang in straight sets.
Another good combination by Rios. Good first serve, setting up that short return and then putting away the forehand this time.
Rios was ready to cover it. Great volley.
Nice angle this time. Look at Corretja's there and plenty of time. He just cannot get it over the high part of the net.
So hold at 30 for Rios. Takes us to 4 all in this second set. And while we talk about the success on other services for Marcelo Rios, it was not a great Australian for the young man you're looking at. Gilbert Chandler in the round of 64 took out Corretja. It did go 5 sets, though. But Corretja let everybody know at the U.S. Open, we've talked about it before, against Pete Sampras, that he can play.
Corretja pointing down the line, saying he should have gone there instead of trying to hit that angled cross court. You don't want to be making bad decisions at this critical juncture of the second set. He knows if he can put this set in his pocket, it's going to be a long road back for Rios. For the conventional deep down the line. It's a bad bouncer, but look at this angle volley on the full stretch by Rios. Can't even see the ball, went out of the picture.
Love 30. Huge point coming up now. Critical stage of the match for Alex Corretja, despite the fact that he's up a set. Tom just mentioned it. Wants to bury his opponent and go up 2 sets.
And that shot's got to pump up Rios a little bit.
And there it is. Rios now. A few looks at the break. If ever Corretja Had a small basket full of aces in his direction. He needs a couple now. He's got 3 on the match. Does not have 1 in this set, though. We talked about it before. We're not watching 2 huge servers today on Stadium Court. It's there is the opening that Rios was looking for. When we come back, the Chile is going to be serving to get even, take the second set.
Time.
They're starting to pump up Marcelo Rios. He is a fan favorite here at 4-0 Italico. Alex Corretja now down a break as Rios is serving for the second set to even it up. Welcome back once again. Championship Sunday at the Italian Open. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson. Very warm afternoon. At one point early in the second set, Rios started to lose his patience. Almost looked like he was getting a little bit tired, both physically and mentally. But boy, has he bounced back.
Oh.
And a double fault to start the service game to close out the set. An ominous beginning for Marcelo Rios. And that is his first double fault of the match. He read it. He got a yank up from the power, though, didn't he?
Yeah, Corretja here taking the forehand, whipping it across court. Rios actually overran it. He got a jam into the body.
Love 30. Serve set it up. Not a bad stab to get it that deep.
Yeah, good serve here, right down the middle. Makes him stretch. Hits that high floating chip. Watch, plenty of time here to go either way. Takes it down the line.
Critical point now.
Yeah, you got that one down the line as well. A little bit of a miss hit here from Corretja. Watch how he jumps on the ball, takes it early. Really accelerates through that ball.
2 straight points, 30 all.
No.
And now, the opening is there for Corretja to get even.
Yeah, he just didn't jump on top of that ball. Let it get up too high. The shot was there for him.
Corretja so far done a good job on break chances, 3 of 5.
This is the easy volley.
You believe it, Tom?
Very casual on that.
Proper position.
Watch the good approach out here. Corretja making a running good stab. He's got the whole half of the court to hit it into, Joel. He didn't need that good of a shot.
That wasn't even halfway up the net, was it?
No.
That is a surprise for Marcelo Rios, who's played some great clay court tennis this year. We've talked about what he's done on the clay. He's got a great match record of 29-10, but he is 17-3 on the dirt. Now it is all even in the second set. A new life for Corretja serving. We're at 5 all after Corretja took the opening set, 7-5. We've only seen Rios run down everything close.
Rios just hitting that high down the line. Corretja, about all he can do when he gets there is just flick it cross court. He would have hit the net. Rios with the easy put away down the line. Wide open court.
Love 15. Rios thinks it was wide. Corretja's going to take a look. The chair says it was on the line. And now actual to the chair is agreeing with Rios that it is in the alley.
And he's finally getting down to take a look. Dressed in his Sunday best.
We remind you, Corretja won in March, was presented with the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award by the ATP Tour. Great sportsman, well liked by everybody. And it looks like the frustration, he relaxed a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little time there between the first and second serve. He thought he had an ace, thought the point was over, and all of a sudden he's hitting a second serve, pulled it down into the net. He's got to regroup here. Just broke serve to get back to even.
Love 30. A break for Corretja. In a battle of will there. Who was going to give in? It was a battle of cross-court shots.
Here he hits that jumping backhand. Good depth. It's a way to fight it off by Corretja there and pulls that next one long.
15-30. Corretja paid off. Alex trying to get into the center of the court. And really caught up balance, trying to scramble back.
Well, Rios has really established that cross-court backhand as his favorite shot. And obviously, Corretja looking for that shot in that instance.
Double break points. Marcelo Rios.
It's a good forcing forehand deep into the corner. Draws the air from Rios.
Rios now 2 of 3 in this set on his break points. 3 of 6 overall in the match, and still has another to look at to take a 6-5 lead in the second set. Great serve. Went down the middle. Was Rios guessing the other way possibly?
Sure looked like it. Looked like he was hanging on that forehand side a little bit.
That takes us to deuce. Corretja would give in. I'm just going to keep pounding you into that corner.
Kept going back to the same spot. Rios slipped on that last ball. Here Corretja winding up for that big cross-court forehand. Rios chipping it into the net.
The one thing we know about Alex Corretja, he does not mind staying out there a long time.
Okay, when you play Corretja, you got to bring your lunch and your dinner.
Match now an hour, 45 minutes. Advantage Corretja. Corretja coming up with a huge ace that goes on the service game. We come back. Rios once again trying to force a tiebreak.
5.
All right, in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Very similar to what we saw in the first set. The pressure's on Rios to try to force a tiebreak. Didn't do it in the first set as we look at the match by numbers so far, Tom.
Yeah, Rios here, 25 winners, 41 on forced errors, 62% on first serves. Corretja, 20 winners, 30 on forced errors, and 59%. Pretty even match so far.
Rios broken in the first set, serving at 5-6 as Corretja took that opening set 7-5. Corretja right now trying to do so much with that topspin. Maybe mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, to hit topspin, you got to bring your racket vertically up the backside of the ball. Sometimes you go a little too quick, you don't get enough ball. End up hitting it off the frame, off the graphite.
Second serve, Rios, 15 love. Rios not trying to do a lot very early in a point. We've seen that before.
Yeah, once again, a high backhand, a big topspin forehand up Corretja, getting up high on the backhand of Rios.
This match means so much to Alex Corretja, losing 2 straight. The young man from Chile, who's 2 years younger than him. And what a battle with both in the top 10 now after today's match. Corretja 2 points away from taking the second set, 15-30. Almost pulled it off.
You had the point set up well. He didn't do enough with that first volley, letting Corretja run down that ball and hit a backhand down the line.
And then Corretja putting so much pace on that one down the line. So now, double set point, Alex Corretja. And a second serve to look at. So for the second set, how demoralizing that must be for Marcelo Rios, who in both sets, Tom Gullickson, had the first break.
And he had control of the sets, really. He really was dictating play early on. And Corretja fought back, showing you why. He's won 1 tournament this year and been in 2 other finals, this being his 4th final he's contesting. Just came right over the top of that ball, brought it down in the net, hit it a little bit too early. Stefanki here trying to give him encouragement there, try to keep fighting, but it's a long uphill road now.
You have to have a cell phone, by the way, to get into Stadium Court.
I think so. Well, they're the sponsor of the tournament. One of those Tim phones.
Now, we've talked about it before. You always like to serve first, so that if everything stayed on serve, your opponent would be serving at 4-5, and that's the case now for Alex Corretja to start this third set.
I think that was Rios's travel agent making reservations back to Chile.
You're too tough, man.
Maybe didn't make reservations. Who knows?
You didn't know you needed a hard hat to sit in the stands courtside here, did you?
Oh, that was a frustrating swipe at the return by Rios. Corretja would love to jump all over him early in this third set here to take away all hope.
That was a bread and butter shot. He joins us a little bit late in the first set for Marcelo Rios. A cross-court backhand with a great angle deep into the corner.
When he hits it like that, you can see why he's number 7 in the world, Joe.
30-15. Taking it so wide, Corretja, not giving Rios really an opportunity to take that point over, did he?
Well, he hit 3 balls in a row with backhand slices on the far corner on the deuce side of the court, and then all of a sudden he's hitting a running forehand outside the doubles alley on the ad side. So Rios having to cover some real estate. Those short legs.
Game point, Corretja. On the line, ace number 5. Brilliant beginning to the third set, and what Alex Corretja hopes is the final set of this match. Corretja holding at 15. Alex Corretja is taking the first 2 sets of this championship match of the Italian Open. He has an early edge in the third set as well. And welcome back to Foro Italico on a very warm afternoon in Rome. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson, and don't forget later tonight 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, John Miller, Joe Morgan, the Braves and the Cardinals. The game of the week on ESPN. Braves offense rock solid, especially Kenny Lofton, starting the week hitting .395. Fred McGriff coming on recently as well with the long ball. And the Cardinals, Tony La Russa, you know, Tony La Russa is going to get the most out of his team every step of the way. One of the best managers in baseball. So that is tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. I know you're a Packer backer, Mr. Gullickson, the pride of La Crosse, Wisconsin. What about baseball?
I love the Braves.
You live for the Braves.
They used to be the Milwaukee Braves,
True.
of course, before they moved to Atlanta.
And you still have allegiance.
Henry Aaron was a big hero of mine.
Well,
Eddie Matthews, Warren Spahn,
Lou Burdett. I live for Lou Burdett.
Spahn insane in 2 days of rain. That's what they used to say. So
you're showing your age.
In Florida, we get a lot of the Atlanta Braves games on Ted Turner's network. So I'm a bit of a Braves fan.
We're glad. That was more information than was actually needed, but we're glad to know now that you are a Braves man. 7-5, 7-5 Corretja. The openings have been there for Rios. Rios had the first break in both sets. In fact, in the first set, if you joined us a little bit late, broke Corretja to start the final. Then Corretja came right back. The break came in game 4. Was serving for the opening set, Rios was at 5-4. But Corretja broke him again in game 10.
Yeah, you really got to credit Corretja with the patience and the persistence. He just keeps coming at Rios, getting the ball back. But, you know, he's really, today as opposed to in Monte Carlo, he's really dictated more and really made Rios run a lot more. He's not content just to play defense.
Easy point for Rios. His first service game for this third set. The difference in the match right now is all those break opportunities that Corretja has capitalized on. You can get them, but if you don't take advantage of them, it's another story.
Yeah, 5 breaks and 7 opportunities is just a great percentage.
Second serve at 15 love.
Yeah, I have the feeling here, Joel, that Rios isn't going to be messing around with long rallies. He's just going to step up and just go for his shots here.
No.
First serve has not been kind. It continues to be a problem. Only 55% of the points won on first serve for Rios. Done a great job on second serve. It continues to be that case. But on first serve, he has only won 23 of a possible 42 points.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of big hitting like this forehand from Rios in this set. Very frustrated. Chances to win both the first and the second set. Nothing on the board to show for it.
Would you say that Corretja conserved some energy in that service game?
I think so. 40 love down. He just kind of let that one slide.
So very quick. One of the quickest service games we've seen so far. In fact, the third game of the match, a service game for Corretja, took 20 minutes with 10 deuces. 1-1 in this third set now. Almost looked like it clipped that back service line the way it skipped.
A great angle on the Corretja backhand. Really using the four well. Look at that big whippy forehand, getting him all the way up the court. Plays the defensive slice. Look at that setup, early preparation. It's up and around the outside of that ball to get it cross court.
Well, Long, you really like that backhand, that classic look from Corretja, don't you?
I wish I would have had that sweet of a backhand when I was playing. He really has one of the nicest one-handed backhands in the game.
It's a beauty.
He even poses after he finishes the follow through just so he can take a picture.
30 love.
A little bit of a poser.
But as you said, if you had it, you'd probably do it too.
Absolutely.
Corretja really hasn't deviated from his game plan at all. Keeps him in the corner as often as possible on that backhand side. And then he comes up the winner, going the other way.
And he really hit the ball that time. He wasn't putting a loop on those shots. He was really driving through it.
Into the area it goes, and an easy hold for Corretja. No resistance at all from Rios. Corretja holds it love and leads it 2-1 in the third.
Time.
Marcelo Rios taking the first point of his second service game of this third set. After we look at the grounds, you ready for a couple of sets after the match here?
Absolutely. 1,000 lira a set.
We start each game and I lead 30 love.
No problem.
I knew you were going to say
I've
that.
seen you play.
Thank you. 15 all.
Keep doing a good job broadcasting.
I'm not going to give up my day job.
That's good.
Getting away from Rios.
Once again, a fairly careless attempt there by Rios. A little bit casual with the footwork there. Clearly losing some heart, just going for winners early in the point.
Corretja gave him an easy one there.
He's not happy with that second serve return miss.
A break opportunity very early now in this third set for Alex Corretja. And if he does come through, it could be over in a hurry. First break belongs to Corretja. For the first time this afternoon, in the previous two sets, the first break went to Marcelo Rios.
Here Rios gets a... I don't know what he was trying to do there. He didn't really get up to that ball as quickly as he could have.
So now Corretja 6 of 8 on break opportunities, and we just saw that look around the compound. It's tough to beat for Italico.
It's a great venue. I remember playing here years ago. You know, they've got a new stadium since the days I played, but it's magnificent.
Absolutely an incredible place to be. We have spent so many hours over the last 6 days here, but what a place to be at. You don't want to leave. There's definitely still something left in the gas tank for Marcelo Rios.
Here he gets a short forehand. Watch him step in. He's got that opening down the line, just wings it down the line.
Snaps it just a little quickly, doesn't he? Love 15.
To stay in the point, whips it cross court. He's got the whole court. Counted that point a little too early.
He might play doubles, but singles, we don't see him go in unless it's a short one he's following.
Exactly. A gift there for Rios.
No.
Might give him a little life back with misses like that.
Second serve at love 30. Too good. What placement? 15-30. Did he ever go down to scoop that baby?
So again, good second serve, gets up high. Rios hits it short, wings that backhand cross court.
15-30. Safe to say Rios is not trying to take anything off it, is he?
No, he's just pounding every ball. He's really hitting the ball well. Look at this angle on the cross-court backhand. Great get by Corretja just to stay in the point. Rios right back to the same spot.
And now Rios with an opportunity to get back on serve. He is only 3 for 7, though, in his break chances. This is his first in the third set.
No.
Well, this might be good news for Rios being down a break. He was up a break the first 2 sets and lost them both.
And he's got it. No, on the baseline. What a break.
Well, the miss hit stayed in.
What a break. Just on the line.
A lucky shank for Corretja. Rios can't believe it. Thought he had the break back.
Safe to say, if Rios or make it Corretja holds here, it's his day.
I think so.
No.
Bad bounce.
That hit the service line and skipped low and stayed down. Corretja really didn't have enough time to adjust. So there is the break to get back on serve. Marcelo Rios after Corretja took the opening 2 sets.
Time.
Now we welcome you back to stop number 5 of the Mercedes Super 9 Series as Marcelo Rios has just broken Corretja to get back on serve in this 3rd set. Joel Myers and Tom Gullickson at 4-0 Italico. See if Rios can come up with a big hold here. Ever since he loosened up to a certain extent at the early portion, right after he was broken early in this 3rd set, everything seems so easy now, effortless for him.
Well, he's really going for his shots, and here he just cleans the line down the line.
No.
And one thing you have to be concerned about if you're Corretja is that sometimes when a player like Rios is down a couple sets, he's giving it the casual play with his body language.
No.
And when you're trying to put a guy like Rios away, you can't play to his intensity level. You got to keep your own intensity up and just try to put him away. Don't be fooled by this kind of rope-a-dope casual body language that Rios is showing right here.
That was on the line. Take us to 30 all. But you really have to stick with your game plan.
Absolutely.
Can't just try to bang it away with them.
No.
Break opportunity for Corretja to go back up a break in this 3rd set. Very nonchalant attitude right now from Marcelo Rios, down 2 sets.
And playing very quickly as well.
Again with that
Very casual.
so Corretja back up a break, leading 4-2 in the 3rd. Winners already: Michael Chang, Thomas Muster, Marcelo Rios in Monaco. Last week in Hamburg, Andre Medvedev, Mercedes Super 9 Series. More and more, it looks like Alex Corretja, the 23-year-old from Barcelona, here in Rome. But don't forget to join us in Montreal, Cincinnati, Stuttgart, and Paris. We'll be with you every step of the way on the road to Hanover.
No!
And Rios getting some whistles for that last attempt at the backhand volley.
How long do you think it's going to be before they start the doubles match?
Very quickly.
30 love. The Italians will let you know what's on their mind.
Yeah, they're not happy with that sidearm swipe on the return there either.
They were not happy with the play of Pete Sampras and Jim Courier. Tuesday night we were here.
Yeah.
There were a ton of whistles by about 4 or 5 games into the match.
Putting away that volley. Nice forehand on the rise. Chip lob. Good lead by Rios to knock that one off.
30-15. And 4-2 Corretja up a break in this third set.
On the dead run, sliding that lob up and easy overhead to the open court.
Corretja possibly getting away from what he did so well, which was pounding it into the backhand corner of Rios. Set it up again with 4-5 deep into the corner.
Here he is playing down the line. Watch Corretja slide over and just whip that cross-court backhand. Look at the angle on it. No chance for Rios really on that forehand.
Game point Corretja. Another ace. And make it number 6 for Alex Corretja. A commanding lead now in the third set. 5-2 Corretja.
Conduce 5-2, czyli 2 game to 3.
More.
Time.
7, 6 to the pin. 5.
We'll look forward to that 8-team competition with Tom Gullickson there, coaching the American side of Sampras Chang, Alex O'Brien, Jonathan Stark, the doubles team for the U.S. What a great weekend it's going to be on ESPN Saturday and Sunday. It'll all start Saturday at 5:30 Eastern, Sunday at 5 o'clock.
No!
Now, Alex Corretja 3 points away from his first Mercedes Super 9 championship.
And a very frustrated Marcelo. Rios just pounding away. A little bit reckless this set.
Good luck in Dusseldorf, buddy.
Thank you.
Hasn't worked yet today. He still goes back to it for some reason.
Fans aren't happy with the effort there by Rios. By possibly thinking about hitting a standard punch volley back deep into the court.
Congratulations, Byron Black, teaming up with Alex O'Brien, the former Stanford Cardinal, in the championship of the doubles. It's going to be a little bit later today on Stadium Court. And Knowles and Nestor, another great combination. Two good guys.
Yeah, the winning team splits 144 grand, Joel.
I told you, I'm there with you. You take the 100, I'll take the 44.
You got it.
And that all leads on the road to Hartford, the doubles championship at the end of the year right here on ESPN.
Doubles is such a great sport. You can blame your partner when he's messing up. Beautiful.
It's on the line.
Again, Rios going for the quick point, getting it with the down the line backhand. Good kick serve here. Draws a bit of a short reply, and then he just takes that backhand straight down the line. At this point in the set, he's definitely not going to grind long points, Joel.
Second serve on a game point for Rios. Pays off, keeping it into the corner.
Yeah, that's been a very good pattern for Corretja today, working his forehand to the Rios backhand, especially up high. And when Rios does go down the line with his backhand, Corretja's there with his blazing cross-court backhand.
And Rios doesn't want 10 shots to a point.
No.
Just wide. Good read by Rios. He's got the advantage now. Rios holds. It'll still be 5-3 Corretja. He'll be serving for the championship. Marcelo Rios, but still, Corretja in the driver's seat in the Italian Open final. Now, can he finish it off?
I think he will. He just got to get some first serves in and keep his depth, keep Rios moving a little bit.
Done a great job on first serves in this set. He gets it in. He's successful 8 out of 10 times. Rios right back in that point after a good angle on the first serve. Corretja didn't do much with the return. 3 points away from the championship.
No.
The countdown is at 2 now. 30 love.
2 points away from $325,000. That's a lot of lira.
Rubles, shekels.
That's a lot of anything.
The forehands just look too easy from Rios, but Corretja had the answers. And play the role of the counterpunch until the unforced air. And now, triple match point. Alex Corretja trying to close out his first Mercedes Super 9.
I like this position here, Joe.
It'll be double championship point now. Stayed down and Corretja couldn't get it up.
Still a glimmer of hope for Rios.
Another championship point coming for Corretja. At 40-30 and 5-3 in this third set after Alex took the opening sets 7-5.
He's going to go for the hard slice down the middle or the big kicker out wide to the forehand here. And he goes kicker wide.
Revenge is sweet. 3 weeks ago in Monte Carlo, it was a straight set win for Rios over Corretja.
Here he is getting congratulations from his coach. Great effort by Corretja today to really turn around a tough situation, losing twice in a row to Rios. Great straight set win today for Corretja.
One of the most popular players on the tour, the winner of the Stephen Effort Sportsmanship Award this past year as well, celebrates as he should in the sunshine of Rome. A straight set victory for the native of Spain. Finally gets over the top and takes that next step.
Cerimonia di premiazione dei 54esimi campionati internazionali d'Italia Team Cup, presentata da Lea Pericoli, madrina del torneo.
Grazie amici, grazie al pubblico romano che è stato così fedele a questo torneo, dandoci l'opportunità di far crescere un torneo al di là di quelli che erano i risultati che magari voi speravate di vedere, un Sampras numero 1 del mondo vincitore. Comunque io chiedo al pubblico un grande applauso per lo sconfitto, tutti avete tifato per lui, Marcelo Rios. È ovvio che un po' di delusione c'è sicuramente, anche perché Marcelo aveva vinto il torneo di Monte Carlo proprio in finale contro Alex Corretja, quindi non è facile fare un'intervista, ma gli chiedo due parole. Tu parli un po' di italiano?
English.
English, va bene. Anche perché quando parlo spagnolo non capisco io perché parla talmente veloce. Can you say something to the crowd?
Well, first of all, congratulations to Alex. He's a great player. He has been playing pretty good all the clay season, and I think to beat him, you have to play really tough.
Innanzitutto le congratulazioni a Alex che ha giocato benissimo ed è quello che sta giocando meglio in questo inizio stagione.
Also, thanks to all the people that came today. They were supporting me all the week.
Grazie a tutti quelli che sono venuti oggi e soprattutto a tutti quelli che hanno tifato per me.
Also to all the Chileans that are today here. There have been a lot of Chileans during the week. And for all the people that make up the tournament, it has been a great week and hope to come this year.
Un ringraziamento particolare a tutti i cileni che sono stati qui questa settimana ad incoraggiarlo e complimenti all'organizzazione e arrivederci al prossimo anno. We want to see you back next year. Grazie. Ed ora credo che un applauso meritatissimo va a Alex Corretja. Direi che in questo caso il mio compito finisce perché Alex parla benissimo l'italiano, quindi può dialogare con voi.
Bene, non parlo bene italiano ma cerco. Allora voglio dire complimenti anche a Marcelo per la sua finale. Complimenti Marcelo. Prima da tutti voglio salutare mio papà e la mia mamma che sono venuto oggi con la mia fidanzata per vedermi la finale. Al mio coach Dudu, Alberto Brasategui, la sua fidanzata che sono qui anche. E anche a tutti gli spagnoli di là. Grazie. Anche agli sponsors team che è stato molto importante per noi, anche a Mercedes, a tutti le racchettapala, tutte le persone che hanno fatto possibile questo torneo e come no, a tutti voi, il pubblico, sono il più importante. Anche voglio salutare i miei fratelli che sono a casa sicuro. Che come non vinco mai voglio prendere un po' il micro. È di vero che sono molto contento di vincere qui a Roma perché da piccolo che sempre questo torneo era un sogno per me e oggi si è fatto realtà. Mille grazie.
piace rimanere sul campo perché non vinci mai, invece vinci tanto, c'è un altro premio per te, del presidente della team, avvocato Di Stefano. Grazie amici a tutti, c'è il doppio, quindi buon divertimento.